So we made a demo called Black Moon on the Uprise. So we shopping on the Uprise record, right? And we shopping on the Uprise, and Buckshot and Five are just rhyming on it now. And we had this record called Feminine Hood. We had a song called Fuck It Up. And we had a song Feminine Hood. And then we had like another beat that I made, which was a beat that Buck would freestyle to. Michael Weiss from Nervous Records listened to us, and he was like halfway listening to us. Now there was a woman up there working with him. Her name is Gladys Pizarro. Gladys Pizarro, anybody who listens to house, she's the reason why house music is the way it is. Like, she put a lot of these cats on, and she hears the demo. She peeks her head and she goes, "Yo, I don't know about you, but you need to sign these dudes because this is dope."
A house lady is saying this.
Yeah, that's how we got out there. Gladys Pizarro co-signed us. She's like, "They're dope." And Mike was like, "All right." Mike was like, "All right, you know, I like this."
So wait, they gave you a whole album or just
no? He gave us a single deal. He gave us a single deal.
Single deal.
Now, what ends up happening is, so Walt already was working in Queens at the Music Factory. Now, the Queens Music Factory is an important store because every Queens rap dude went to that store to buy something. I think Walt sold LL Cool J one of his radios. I think he sold Jay a set of turntables. Like, Walt is that dude. He sold Large Professor his first breakbeat. Q-Tip
shouted him out on Low End Theory for those that don't know. What he said, what's Music Factory without Mr. Walt, right?
And that's how he got his Mr. Walt name, believe it or not. Because before that, he was Slice Nice.
Slice Nice?
Yep, Slice Nice.
I kind of like that.
That was a dope name.
Slice Nice is, I kind of like that.
So we went to, you know, me and Walt was walking down 25th past Battery. Lost Professor's coming up the block. He's like, "Yo, Walt, what's up, yo?" Walt's like, "Yo, Paul, what's up?" He said, "Yo, I'm in the studio right." You know, Walt was like, "Yo, what you doing?" He said, "I'm in the studio right now working with this new dude down with Flavor Unit named Apache. God rest his dead. Named Apache. He got this ill record called Gangsta Bitch." And when he said that, I was like, "Yo, wait a minute. What Gangsta Bitch?" Because we had this guy signed for this record called Fuck It Up, and the A side was Feminine Hood.
Oh, so that was gonna be your single.
Yeah, Feminine Hood was gonna be our single. So they're talking about Gangsta Bitch. And he's like, "Yeah, he's talking about these girl gang, you know, da-da-da." And I'm like, "Yo, that's Feminine Hood."
Oh.
And I was like, "Yo, what label they on?" He's like, "Yo, he's on Tommy Boy." And I was like, "That's Warner Brothers." I said, "We can't compete with them." And then he got Flavor Unit backing him up. They got Large Professor producing his record. Yo, I got home. I called Buck. I said, "Yo, Buck, I got bad news." Da-da-da-da. And Buck said, "Yo, what we gonna do?" I said, "Yo, we gotta think of another record." Buck was like, "Remember that beat you had me freestyling to?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "Yo, I'm gonna write to that." That freestyle beat was Who Got the Props. Was the beat Who Got the Props.
Incredible.
And Buck wrote, we went up to, we called Chuck because Chuck was managing us now. We was like, "Yo, you know, da-da-da-da-da." And Chuck was like, "Well, do what y'all got to do." And Buck met up, and Buck wrote Who Got the Props. Right then and there. And that's how Who Got the Props came into play. So then when I went to Mike, I said, "Yo, Mike, Feminine Hood record is dead." I said, because, you know, and I told him what was going on. He was like, "All right, I get it. So what you gonna do?" And I let him hear the demo to Who Got the Props. And he was like, "Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Do that one." He said, "I like this one better than the Feminine Hood record." So we went in the studio, we cut Who Got the Props, we cut the B-side, Fuck It Up. And we was like, Okay, let's see what happens.
It's crazy how fate moves, because had you not saw Large Professor, had you not been on that block at that moment,
exactly,
because you had no intentions of putting out this beat.
Yeah.
The Who Got the Props beat.
Yeah, that was just something I made. I made that beat, and we were just using it at shows, and Buck would freestyle to it.
Now, honestly, how do you think the Feminine record would, looking back on, how good was it?
It was a dope record, but it wasn't Who Got the Props. And it was cool, but it wasn't Who Got the